What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're down at our main shop. Behind me here, you may notice this is a massive salt spreader. This is a Monroe spreader, and it is a electric spreader. It actually has a Kohler motor on it right here with its own fuel tank here. Obviously this is a new fuel tank. We're going through and servicing this motor right now. We have a bunch of cleaning up to do. There's a lot of electric cleanup that Rodrigo is diving into, and this salt spreader is currently 14 feet long, but it used to be 17 feet long. Let me find the piece real quick. See right here, this piece was cut completely off of the back of, actually secondly, the front of the spreader. This salt spreader is going in the new Peterbilt, and it's only going to be used well, it might get switched over to hydraulic rather than the gas there, but it is only going to be used like this for this one season. We have a bunch of parts, a new carburetor, spark plugs, fuel line, a bunch of stuff that needs to go on here. And the reason we cut it down is because the bed on the Peterbilt is much shorter than 17 feet. So they had a lot of work here, which is mostly buttoned up, but you can see they have the chain hanging. That's got to get shortened still. They had to cut this steel I-beam here, which holds the grates on, re-weld it to this tab, drill holes. Well, actually this piece got slid forward. They didn't have to re-drill the holes there, but this whole piece had to get welded on to the inside of the tub here. These brackets had to get re-welded. That little V piece there that keeps the salt off of, keeps the pressure of the salt off of the chain, had to get cut back. What else? Grates. These short pieces of grates here had to get shortened to like a 1 foot section for the ends here. Obviously a lot of welding in here. New bearings thrown on for the chain. The chain needs to be shortened. What else do we have going on here? For the most part, I think that is it. But if you picture this salt spreader pretty much out to here and then just close it all down, anything you can think of that needs to get done had to get done. So it was a lot of work, and this has been a multi-day process. These guys have been going through and pulling it apart, re-welding it, putting it back together. He's doing a service on the motor right now, but we have one issue. Where is it? So this controller here, let me pull it out. This controller, come on. This controller is what, if I can get it out. And this goes in the cab of your truck along with this piece here. I guess you have, this is to, oh, okay, I see what's happening here. This is to control the actual salt. This is to start the motor on the back up there. So both of these technically have to go in the cab of the truck, which now you need to run all of these wires into the cab. So obviously we don't want to drill holes into the bottom of the cab on the Peterbilt to get the controllers up in there. So I think what we're gonna do, which is not ideal, is we're gonna run the wires through the passenger window and just get it into the cab and then put the window up to the wires and just deal with it like that, because next year after this winter, that truck is getting central hydraulics. So if we drill a hole through the cab for all of these wires to get these controllers up in here, you have one wire into the bottom of this one, and then probably one wire in here at least. Yeah, one wire there. It's all through this harness. It's multiple wires, but they all go through the same harness there. You have to get everything into the cab, and if you drill holes for all of this, then you'll have a bunch of holes that you're filling next year in order to not have not in order to, but basically the holes won't be the same as the central hydraulic lines. So you'll be filling holes and then making new holes for the central hydraulics, and we don't want to cut up the truck. It's a brand new truck. It is a very nice truck, and we want to do this as temporary as possible to get it to work for this season and then fix it next year. But this is a very nice salt spreader. It was in very good condition, but obviously we had to hack it up in order to get it to fit in the bed of that truck. But probably within, I don't know, a week or so, we'll have that truck down here and we will be testing all of this. We're obviously going to run it either sitting up on this scaffolding or sitting on the ground and make sure everything works before we throw it in the truck. But we don't know exactly how these work. There's one plug there, another plug there. One of them has an E, which is, I'm assuming, electric for something. And then this one has an S, which might be for spreader. And you got both of those plugs. One of them is here, and the other one is right here. Let's see, are they identical? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, they're different. Oh no, they are the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we don't know exactly which one is which. We're kind of piecing it together, and obviously the guy had to cut all of these in order to get them off of his truck. My father said he had this, I believe, on a Freightliner or a rollback, kind of like ours. But walk around this thing and show you it real quick. It has a nice cover here for the motor, which tilts up and comes back down. Hydraulic tank on here, all lights and everything. All you need, another strobe light down here. One thing we did notice is there are a ton of holes drilled through all of these side pieces. I don't know what they're all for. It seems like these could be for turning this into a hydraulic spreader. You can run hydraulic lines through them, possibly. Not exactly sure, but it is a very nice spreader. Oh look, another plug here. What is this for? It's like the third one now. I don't know exactly where that goes, but overall it is a pretty nice spreader. Hopefully we'll have this running in about a week or so. We are working at my father's house tomorrow on the Peterbilt and getting the bumper to axle hitch complete tomorrow. We're bringing up everything we need: some flat stock angle iron, our mag drill, grinder, welder, pretty much everything we need to do all of that work. I even got some pins. We started pulling materials here and just stacking them. We needed longer pins. If you saw that video, you know what I'm talking about. These are 1 inch by, I think one of them 6, one of them 6.5. And then we have 3/4 by, let's see, 3/4 by 6 1/4, which is a little thinner than what we need. So if these don't work, we'll use these, but they should. These should definitely work. And then we have some triangles that will weld in underneath the flat stock to make it a bit stronger. We also have a couple pieces of angle iron in case we want to use that. But big progress on this whole truck, this entire setup, and hopefully it'll be running in about a week. That is going to wrap it up for this one. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.